Alright you guys, welcome back to the shop today. We're in here. I think I might do a little bit of work. Most of you guys already seen I tore out the front and rear suspension on this 93 Mustang Lx notch. And still on the ground down here. Still laying on the floor. I've been doing a lot of thinking. About it. I know I'm gonna keep the spindles. I'm gonna go ahead and sandblast and paint those today, so you guys are gonna see that, okay? I am gonna replace the calipers and the rotors. So we're gonna replace the calipers and the rotors. I don't know, I might sandblast these, see how these come out, these dust covers. If they don't come out good, I'm gonna replace those too. I'm gonna replace the rear hubs over here. Okay, that's what we're doing. And you guys already know I'm gonna go ahead and clean this rear axle back up and paint it nicely. And I'm going to rebuild the rear brakes. You know, this system worked, but you know, these little cylinders here, they're rusted pretty bad. And you know, the springs still look good and everything. But I might just go ahead and rebuild them. You guys, I don't know. We're gonna see. I'm gonna clean this up and probably paint this, but I might rebuild the brakes. I might get a kit for that. Of course, the rack and pinion's brand new. The big decision is the K-member, the A-arms. I don't know if I want to. I might sell those. And the upper and lower control arms over here, because he painted those and clear coated those and everything. That's going to be a bitch to you know, blast down and paint again, you know. And he painted the rubbers. He painted the side of the bushings, and I don't like that. So I might end up replacing the upper and lower control arms too, because he painted and clear coated the bushings. You know, I don't understand why he painted and clear coated the fucking bushings. But I know you can take that stuff off. Probably wouldn't that be bad to take off, but so I'm deciding. I'm still thinking about it, you guys. I might buy a new K-member, new A-arms, and new upper and lower control arms. So I'm still thinking about that. But today we are going to sandblast and paint these spindles and maybe these dust covers. Most of this is getting replaced. I am keeping the rear axle, of course. I said I'm rebuilding the brakes, new hubs. The shocks, I don't know. I don't know if I want to replace. I'm probably going to replace the rear shocks because they're cheap anyway. The coilovers, I'm thinking about buying a coilover kit. It's just the housing and the threaded housing and the springs and stuff. But I still would have to, you know, clean up and paint the main coilover cylinder itself and keep those. I might have to do that. So we'll see. I don't know, you guys. But today we're gonna do the spindles and the dust covers probably. So I got the sandblaster. I did move my sandblaster over here on the end of the shop. That way when I open the side door, nothing gets really into the shop. I can just sweep it out. You know, sometimes the bead blast will fall out from the cabinet. So I just like to blast away from the cars, even though it's not getting into the shop, just when I open that door. So. But I got the compressor already built up with air. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to clean the spindles up, tape them off, and we're going to get blasting. I'll show you guys what they look like after I get done blasting them. I got one spindle sandblasted. I put it in the parts washer, tried to get as much shit off as I could. But man, I had to take a scraper, you guys. I had to take one of these scrapers and finish it off, trying to get all that. There had so much grease and dirt and grime on these spindles that I had to, after I got out of the parts washer, I still had to use this to get the heavy grease off. And I just took and I just scraped every bit I could. and then I went ahead and sprayed it with soap and water and wiped it off as good as I could, dried it, and then threw it in the sandblast cabinet. Man, these things are terrible. I'm not gonna lie. I'm not gonna lie, you guys. But I'm gonna show you a before and after. I did one spindle. The other spindle I haven't sandblasted yet, so I'm gonna show you guys a before and after cleaning and sandblasting. All right, there's a before. That's one spindle that hasn't been cleaned and sandblasted yet. And then boom, cleaned and sandblasted, baby. She's looking nice. Hell, I could put this bitch on the car right now. It'd look good, but no, we're gonna paint it. Just kidding, you guys. I'm gonna paint it. So I probably won't paint this till tomorrow. I'm gonna go ahead and sandblast this too, clean it and sandblast it, and we'll paint it tomorrow. We'll paint them both tomorrow, and then we'll, you know, we'll continue this video tomorrow, you guys. So, because I think I'm gonna try to do. I'm gonna sandblast these dust covers too, like I said earlier. These dust covers, I'm gonna see if I can save those. So we'll sandblast those, and we'll just paint everything tomorrow. But let me get all this sandblasting done, you guys, and I'll be back at you tomorrow, and I'll show you guys everything that's been sandblasted. I'll show you all the parts, and then we'll start painting tomorrow. All right, it's the next day. I got both the spindles cleaned and sandblasted. So here they are. They're looking good. Now, I was gonna paint them, but we're getting some sprinkles and stuff and some rain right now. So what I'm gonna do is, hopefully the rain's gonna stop, and then I can paint them. But while I'm waiting, I might go ahead and sandblast these dust covers, you guys. These right here, I think I'm gonna try to save these. You actually get these pretty cheap. Well, not real cheap, but I'm just gonna see if I can save them. See what happens. You know, I'm still making a decision on the K-member, the A-arms, you know, stuff like that. I just don't know what I wanna do yet. And I've been looking at them online, you know, Team Z, UPR, you know, Maximum Motorsports. You know, I've been looking at all these suspension parts, all these name brands and stuff. I've been doing a little research actually on this K-member I have right here. A couple people told me that this is a Kenny Brown K-member and A-arm setup. So this is Kenny Brown. And I looked online, and the Kenny Browns look just like this. They're built the same way. Everything is the same on the Kenny Brown K-member and A-arms. So, I mean, they're identical. And I've had people tell me it was a Kenny Brown K-member and A-arms. So, it could be Kenny Brown. I don't know. So, it's just hard to tell. But I did see online that it looked just like it. Looks just like the Kenny Brown setup. The older K-member and A-arms, the older Kenny Brown ones. So I don't know, you guys. We'll see. We'll go ahead. I'm going to go ahead and clean these dust covers up. I'm going to sandblast one, and I'll show you what it looks like too. And then we'll sandblast the other one, and hopefully I can start painting. Okay, the rain stopped, and I hurried up and got them parts out there so I can get them painted. I'll show you guys what color I went with. I'm pretty sure some of you guys probably know. It's one of my favorite colors, so I'll let you guys check it out. There we go, Ford Blue. That's what I painted the spindles. They look good, you guys, looking nice. I did sandblast one of the dust covers. It turned out pretty good, so I decided to go ahead and paint. I'm going to go ahead and sandblast the other dust cover, and I'll show you before I sandblasted and after I sandblasted. So here we go, before, after. I mean, you guys, these parts are looking pretty good, man. I mean, I'm going to go ahead and just use them. You know, I was going to buy new ones. You know, but I was like, I'll save myself a little money, and it's just a dust cover anyway, so I just decided just to go ahead and refurbish them. You know, I mean, they're pretty thin metal, but we're just gonna go ahead and use them. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna clean this one up, sandblast it, and then I'll show you guys what color I painted them. All right, we finally got the spindles and the dust covers sandblasted and painted. Finally. Took a couple days. I'm only out here probably 2 or 3 hours a day, last couple days doing this, so I mean it's time consuming, but it's not like, you know, it's taking me all day to do the spindles and the dust covers, but I probably got a good, between cleaning, scraping, sandblasting, painting, I bet I got a good 6 hours in these 4 parts, you guys. You guys hear that? Motorcycle or something. Damn. But as I was saying, I probably got 6 hours in these 4 parts. That's quite a bit, really. But these parts were pretty bad. You guys seen the before and afters. I'm going to show you guys right now what they look like after they're done. I went with a aluminum silver kind of color for the dust covers. I think it's going to look good. That's just me, you guys. And of course I painted the spindles Ford blue. So, I mean, I want the car to be a little different than everybody else's. You know, I want some custom colors underneath the car. That's what I'm going for. So, let's take a look at these parts, you guys. Are hanging on my ladder. Look pretty good, actually. The spindles came out good. And then there's the dust covers down here. So you guys seen these parts before I even started. They were pretty bad. They were real bad. So there they are. I'll tell you what though, that sandblast cabinet does make my life easier. I mean, it really does. So, but hey, we got some suspension parts done. You know, I'm gonna probably make this part 1 of the suspension videos or whatever. Because of course we got more shit down here to do. So, I don't know what I'm doing yet. I know I'm gonna save a few, but I'm probably gonna replace some. So, that's it, you guys. That's all I have for you today. You know, 2 days of cleaning and sandblasting and painting 4 pieces. But hey, I want to get this car done. You know, I want it looking good. You know, I want it done right. Stay tuned for this build, you guys. Follow along with me on this. I'm gonna film most things, just like I did here. I mean, I did 4 parts, and that's what we did. I filmed it. Of course, we still got more on the floor, but like I said, I'm gonna make this part 1 of I don't know how many parts on the suspension on this 93 Notch. So you guys follow along on the build. I appreciate you watching. Like the video and hit the bell if you haven't subscribed already. We'll see you in the next one.